The performance is outstanding. We can offer it to the consumer at an affordable price.
Welcome back, Dean Snell here for another Q&A side to it with Tech Talk. Again, continue to send your questions in. We're trying to answer as many as we can and combine as many as we can, so we appreciate your feedback, and that helps us with what we need to focus on and work on as well, so we appreciate it. So what do we got today?
This week we got a question from Steve Boldish talking about Mr. Bryson. He says, by virtue of the manufacturing process for a sphere, he floats his golf balls in Epsom salt water to find high and low weighted area and then marks them accordingly. Steve says he spins his golf balls to find the high and low weighted area, then marks them accordingly, hoping the ball will roll evenly on the green rather than moving to one side or the other. Is the difference in weight minuscule, or does it really make a difference?
Well, it makes a difference for Bryson. You know, Bryson is very, very technical, engineer focused. He does a lot of things to the golf ball before he plays, besides spin it or put it in Epsom salt and try to find that point on there. The gravities in the golf ball are made for a reason. The core has one specific gravity which really controls the overall weight of the ball, and then the mantle layers have their own gravities that are put in to get the final weight to be the right weight. So the layer shifting that happens in golf ball manufacturing, there's tolerances and specs, and they're very small. The gravity difference between the core, the mantle, and the cover is also very small. So when you see something that's cut open and somebody sees it shifted a little bit on the centering side to it, that will create that effect that he sees when he puts them in the salt or the machine that spins the ball and people mark the top on it. So if you have that thought in your mind that I need to have this, then you can do it. The benefit that you're going to get out of it is probably not measurable. If you putt or play on a pool table or a hard surface or concrete, it has a bigger effect. But having gravity be differences in the golf balls from core to the outside and shifting that inertia and that weight to the outside helps the performance of the golf ball with respect to spin decay. So having a ball that spins and holds its spin longer, keeps second stage flight, helps the driver carry further and then eventually roll, versus having something that all the spin is in the middle and it's like a top, it just keeps on spinning. So we put gravities in there and shift weights for inertia for a reason. It's part of the design. Saying something that is 100% just perfectly centered with different gravities is almost impossible to do when you're talking about thousandths of an inch tolerances on a manufacturing process. So when you do that test, it'll come back to that point most of the time. It's not really a performance characteristic that the average golfer is going to see. When you putt on greens, there's different grasses, there's spike marks, there's holes, pitch marks. There are a lot of things on the green that have imperfections that affect the putt and the roll. For Bryson, it's peace of mind, and he does it. He does it with the weights. He weighs every ball to make them the exact weight. That doesn't really have it. He measures the altitude, he measures the wind, and he has all those calculations in his mind to be able to say, this is what it should do. That's the engineering side to it. There's a paralysis by analysis you can have in golf, and if you start to try to think of all those things, good luck hitting your next shot. So trust that the golf balls are centered to a tolerance in manufacture, and that this is golf balls have been made for a long time, and all of a sudden when someone says the ball is shifted on the center by a thousandth of an inch, which shows that part when they put it in that Epsom salt, that doesn't make the ball bad. It doesn't really change anything that you're gonna do. For him, it's peace of mind that he's putting through the weighted area that he believes is perfect, going light to heavy as it rolls. That's totally up to him. But if you want to do it, you can do it. It doesn't hurt. If you got the time to do it, go ahead. But don't get carried away with it, and don't worry about it. It's not as big of an impact as people think, unless you were playing on concrete or pool tables.
The performance is outstanding. We can offer it to the consumer at an affordable price.